Hey people, Injured here, 1v1, Calderis Refinery, blue side. It's Paranoid Cammy as a Force Commander, very good offense fight in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs, and up against is the Master of Mediocrity. This is actually Tex as a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, and very good offense and disruption fights mainly in melee combat. This is the pretty awesome Night Lord's elite scheme. Classic Calderis then. Cammy has a natural victory point in the south, Tex has a natural in the north, and the contested mid, both players with one natural power, and there's two contested powers too, both players trying to devise devious ways to bash their opponents right now. And triple heretics from Tex. Very good and versatile build. I think, in my opinion, it's the best chaos opening in any game mode. Gives you such awesome versatility, providing you are good at using your heretics, of course, which I am not. I've been trying to use the triple heretic opening lately in 3v3s, and I'm doing pretty well with it early on, but I soon kind of lose control of everything and lose them one by one to nasty area of effect stuff. Gives you some great options though. You can get Aspiring Champion for that melee prowess, or get grenade launchers for some pretty decent range damage and that disruption on demand, and follow it up with pretty much anything depending on what you're facing. Up against a Force Commander, what would I get? Who cares what I would get? I'm rubbish at 1v1s, but what I would actually get is probably CSM into Havocs, try and force the Assault Marine purchase, which you can counter initiate with the Heretics, then use the Combi Flamer to try and chase down scouts and peel off models, perhaps with the Dark Halo also to counter the inevitable Devastator squad that Cam is surely going to get here. He's gone for the double scout opening, which is expected. Might go double shotguns as well, which might be pretty damn nasty to Tex. We'll see what happens though. No sign. Oh, we got the Devastators on the way for Cammy. Chaos Lord with that 26 DPS power melee weapon, that Demon Sword. Look how awesome that model is. Bit of a shame that it's just his default weapon and is usually replaced the Force Commander with a lowly chainsword. Kind of captain are you, or Force Commander, whatever you are. But they're going in. Chaos Lord with 1,000 hit points, of course. The Force Commander doing pretty damn well though with 820. Can get over 1,000 with his Artificer, which gives plus 200. Meanwhile, Heretics are stealing Cammy's natural victory point and then run away. No, going after these scouts. Now he's spotted the Devastators though, and will most likely move off. Heretics do have ranged weapons, but as you can see, they don't actually have an animation for firing them. They just kind of fly out of their kneecaps, which is a bit disturbing. Apparently there is an animation hidden deep in the files, but for whatever reason it's not used. They have these pretty awesome helmet type situations, as you can see with the Night Lord's DLC scheme. That's awesome. Meanwhile, mid, Heretics are decapping. They will most likely be forced off that before they can cap though, because here come Devastators. The Chaos Lord does have the Dark Halo, and what he's going to do, double grenade launchers here. No upgrades I can see yet for it. Oh, he's got a grenade launcher on the way for these Heretics. Gives them 4 auto guns with piercing damage and grenade launchers with explosive damage, is it? Pretty sure it is. And can disrupt with the grenade barrage. And scouts take a lot of damage from grenade launcher Heretics, and Heretics in general really. Shotguns though can shut them down pretty nasty. There is the barrage, will knock over those Devastators and allow these Aspiring Champion Heretics to get in maybe. Cammy does not have any shotguns yet, and they are in amongst things, but they're going to lose a lot of models. There's a lot of things there. Cammy keeping his Tactical Marines in play. No scouts get away. If Tex was paying a bit more attention, he would have whacked those scouts, because Cammy had them idle for a few seconds on very low hit points, and Tex was shooting at the Devastators, I think, which did get away. But he did kill a Devastator Marine and a Tactical Marine, so not too bad. Force Commander was off the field there, as was the Chaos Lord, is still healing up. 451, 483 early on, and more Aspiring Champion Heretics. Really, this is going to be pretty nuts. He's got double AC Heretics. Aspiring Champion is a Chaos Marine. You see him there, bolt pistol and chainsword. Improves the health of the rest of the squad, and is pretty damn handy in melee combat himself. He only start with 75 hit points, Heretics, without the Aspiring Champion, which is pretty fragile. die to pretty much any area of effect and really don't like flamers and stuff. We do have shotgun scouts for Cammy. Are we going to see double shotgun scouts? We do. Usually in a 1v1 with triple heretics, you'll use one heretic squad to cap mainly, and then 2 to fight with. In a team game, of course, you can use all 3 to fight with, or perhaps 1 to worship and 2 to fight. And Khorne worship is awesome. Tier 2 for techs with triple heretics, and that is it. Seriously. Wow. Was really expecting more stuff. But here we go. Kept hold of his power, I suppose, for the whole of tier 1. And we have triple up for Cammy also. Force Commander using his battle cry that's guaranteeing special attacks for the next 10 seconds, as you can see, and every time he performs one of them he buffs nearby allies, and that will stack up. It's 15% per one of those special attacks. Will go up to 20% if he has his power sword. Chaos Lord can run down a setup team with his Dark Halo up and Khorne worship pretty nicely. As you can see, we do have advanced targeting, and there are those vengeance rounds which look horribly inaccurate, but they actually do a lot of hell of a lot of damage. Look at the damage to that Chaos Lord there. 451, 442 heretics trying to decap under fire. I don't think this is worth it here. Tech's taking a lot of losses getting this decap. Not sure why he feels compelled to get it. Is he going to lose his squad? What is he up to? Runs away with just the aspiring champion. Not sure what that was about. I would have just tried to flank it around here. 451, 437. Here come more aspiring champion heretics in amongst tactical marines, and they are very dangerous for tactical marines early on before they get their sergeant and they shall know no fear, or before they've leveled up. And of course without support like that. Chaos Lord is going to turn and try and decap, is he? No, not with the Devastator there. Turns to engage it. Does reasonable damage with that Storm Bolt with that nasty knife sticking out of it, and can get pretty ridiculous damage. I think it's over 30 piercing DPS with his combi flamer. More than a tech marine starts with, I think. There's that Dark Halo up, draining energy instead of health, but now it's drained and now he's taking damage. 442, 437, tier 2 for both players. Tech's floating. What is he up to here? Maybe he's waiting to, oh, he's going for a dreadnought. Thought he was waiting to see what Cammy got, but I suppose he went first, so he should be getting the first thing out. Try and dictate the game. Chaos are like that, I think. Space Marines a little bit more reactionary. 427, 437. It's very close on VPs. Some disruption there from those grenade launchers. Shotgun scouts chasing. The other guys knocking back and suppressing some heretics, but it's not enough to stop an aspiring champion heretic squad by themselves, really. Of course, Commander having a look at the power and knows Tex is powered up, as I assume he would have thought, I suppose. Tactical Marines capping with that 50% faster capping trait, and a Dreadnought for Cammy. Awesome, we're going to see a Dreadnought fight. Tex with the default autocannon on his Chaos Dreadnought. Good damage to all targets, small area of effect, but not fantastic damage, especially to infantry. I suppose it's pretty good if they're really blobbed up or something. Force Commander capping under fire here. 417, 420. His Space Marine Dreadnought, I think, comes out in a lot better shape with his melee loadout. He is more expensive than the Chaos Dreadnought, though, to be fair. Does have that inspiration on kill as well, and you see for the Emperor on these tactical marines increasing their damage by 25%, is it? I think it is. Force melee combat on retreat, yes, for the Emperor just wore off though, and those heretics do get away. And did Cammy see the Dreadnought? I suppose he was shooting at him, wasn't it? So how's he going to respond? Is he going to get the multi-melt up? Or is he just going to try and run this guy in? Bloodletters on the field can be quite difficult for Space Marines to deal with, since they can't be suppressed, these guys. And Assault Marines don't really want to fight them. I mean, if they get their Merciless Strike, they can do a good job. Shotgun Scouts can knock them over, but won't suppress them. So if you chain that together, you can do a good job. Bloodletters, much like most melee squads, draw a lot of fire, but they can frustrate you more than most by warp shifting out. But he does have a Dreadnought, which is a fantastic response to Bloodletters, a melee Dreadnought. They really don't want to fight this guy. Is he going to get the Marco Zinch? He needs to get it to safety first. Bloodletters using their teleport to get in amongst things. There's that shotgun knockback, and not suppressed of course because they are demons and aren't afraid of bullets and stuff. Autocannon doing minuscule amounts of damage to the Space Marine Dreadnought, which is now in melee combat and will have melee resistance. The Chaos Dreadnought will not with the autocannon, and we have a Power Fist Force Commander, so this Dreadnought might be in trouble. There is Flesh Over Steel, which now tracks the target and is a very, very strong anti-vehicle ability. Will most likely, I think, pretty much guaranteed to be changed for the next update, and down it goes. Did not last long. Triple cap now for Tex, but loses his Dreadnought and lost a Heretic Squad along the way and dropped a couple of his Bloodletters. Las Cannon, yes. He might need something else though, because that's just going to get jumped, isn't it, by his Force Commander. And he's got his Scouts and his Dreadnought to deal with the Bloodletters, so this is not a fantastic position for Tex. Really needed that Marco Zinch upgrade up quickly, I think, and to babysit his Dreadnought with his Heretics. I suppose he might not have thought that the Fist was coming that early, having seen a Dreadnought up, because the Fist is 50 power, let's not forget. It's a very expensive weapon. 291373. Heretics forcing Scouts off, and here we see Malignant Blindness trying to get into base with it. That reduces the sight range of all enemy units on the map to virtually nothing. Very good global, I think. Gets in amongst these Devastators to tie them up in melee combat, preventing them from firing their ranged weapons. What are these Heretics up to though? Milling around, admiring the work of their Chaos Lord, who's tanking a hell of a lot of damage here. Still level 1. Force Commander at level 3 does go down though. Taken out by Bloodletters, I assume. No, eventually goes down. He did kill... Oh, he killed the Havocs. That was nasty. 291316, a double cap for Cammy. Tex holding up an entire army here with his Chaos Lord. Some awesome play, but does lose his Havocs. He's got double Bloodletters now. Dreadnought gets away from, I assume were las cannon shots. Both players going tier 3. How is Tex going to handle this? Is he just going to avoid that Dreadnought as much as he can? I don't think he wants to even throw double Bloodletters at it. It will just tear through them with that melee resistance. Melee resistance granting it 40% less damage from all melee attacks. Bloodletters will also have that, but they have power melee weapons, not heavy melee weapons, so they're not doing great damage to a Dreadnought with vehicle armor. Scouts on capping duty. He's being aggressive here, Tex. He's got the 2-1, 276, 296. Cammy needs to repair his Dreadnought and go out there and start smashing things. Is he going to repurchase his Force Commander? I suppose he has to. He has Iron Halo on the way, so a fully kitted out Force Commander. 1049 hit points at level 4. Does he have Alacrity? Surely he'd have more hit points right now if he had Artifice up. Yes, he does have Alacrity, giving him, I think it's plus 0.5 speed passively and the awesome sprint ability.
Additional units have become available, Commander.
But let us back into that Khorne worship, giving him plus 2 speed and the regular bonuses for demons, that is extra health and energy regen. These guys trying to bash power, warp shift out and back away. See how annoying that warp shift is. And there's that warp shift. Doesn't stop you being stunned, but it does prevent knockback and all damage. Can't attack or cap while it's active though, and now he's used it on both of the squads, so he's in trouble because here comes a Dreadnought in his face, backed up by a Power Fist Force Commander. 85 DPS heavy melee on this guy and 100 DPS heavy melee on the Dreadnought. Chaos Lord Steel level 1. Wow. Combi Flamer would have helped him level up a lot better, I suppose. Pretty hard to level against double Scouts. They will kite you all day. 223, 296. Level up is the Dreadnought. Good grief. 1320 hit points now. Bloodletters Warp shifting out. Lost the model though, and he's just going to retreat them back. Now Cammy is in control. Chaos Predator though, get the Mark of Tzeentch and go after this Dreadnought. Is so risky though with the Power Fist Force Commander who can switch back to his... No, he doesn't have to teleport, does he? I don't think he does. He just ran up to the Dreadnought, right? Or did he teleport in? I can't remember. We will see. Maybe he'll get the teleport if he doesn't have it when he sees that tank. It's 40 power and he has plenty of it. Is he going for a Land Raider here? 650 wreck for Terminators, which he might go for. Lightning Claw Termies will shred those Bloodletters. Ouch. Heretics go down. Tech's in real trouble now. 204, 296. Shotgun Scouts just annoying the Chaos Lord. He has still not leveled this guy, poor fella. 204, 296 with a 1-to-1 cap. And Cammy gets his natural back for the 2-to-1. Tex is doing a good job keeping map pressure up though. Had this fully matured. Had that fully matured as well. And steel double Bloodletters, which can do a lot of hurt. Here are some Terminators. He has not gone for Assault Terminators, so they will be very vulnerable to those Bloodletters. But of course with a Dreadnought around, much easier said than done to get them into combat safely. Here is the Chaos Predator with Mark of Khorne, not the Mark of Tzeentch. I assumed he'd go Mark of Tzeentch to try and deal with that Dreadnought quickly and do good damage to any Terminators that turn up. Does he know there are Terminators yet? Not sure. He's showing his rear armor. Force Commander sprinting after it. This is awesome. Look how fast he with that sprint. Is he going to get hits on rear armor? He can chase down a tank with sprint. Can't quite get hits on. Double Bloodletters forcing off the Devastators very, very quickly and phase out so they can't get hit by the Dreadnought level 2. He's chasing that tank but was unable to get a hit on, I don't think. All that damage it took were from rear armor plasma pistol hits. 204, 276. Tex keeping himself in this game. What does he do now? He's gone for Mantle of Fate for Drain Life. What does that do when you use it on Force Commander's shield up? I suppose he just stands in place, does he? So that's what he's going to try and do. He's going to try and disable the Force Commander with the Mantle of Hate while his tank and Bloodletters go to work. Mark of Khorne buffing all of the weapons on this Chaos Predator. 25% more damage on the autocannon and a whopping 75% more damage on the side sponson heavy bolters, so it's generally very good at dealing with infantry, but it will still shoot down vehicles pretty damn well. And we're going to get a triple cap, are we, for Cammy? Tex with triple Bloodletters? Yes. Wow, they will tear Terminators to shreds with Storm Bolters and Power Fists. And I mean, triple Bloodletters on a Dreadnought is going to be pretty painful. If they can all get into melee combat with it, they probably can't. He needs to take his natural back. Heretics will oblige. 204, 224. Especially if he can get Khorne worship on this tank. No, he doesn't have another Heretic, does he? He's chasing down his Dreadnought. The tide has turned. Can he finish it off before this Power Fist stuns it? Dreadnought lives. The Dreadnought lives. That is a big deal. Force Commander's now chasing down and scaring off that tank. Wow, Scouts whacked by the triple Bloodletters, going absolutely ballistic here. Going after the Terminators now. All three of them. Missile, I think, got a direct hit on the Bloodletters there. There's the shotgun knocking back all three squads. He will kill, surely, this retreating Force Commander, and Tex is going to get the 2-to-1. Yes, he does. Triple Bloodletters mopping up here. Dreadnought lives, though. Has been a bit of a pain for him to deal with, hasn't it? Havoc easily countered by the Force Commander, who I'm still not sure if he has a teleport or not. Did he have one? I'm sure you're all screaming at the screen now, telling me if he did or didn't. But I suppose you can just walk up to them with a las cannon and start smacking on them as well. Chaos Predator needs to be careful. Can he take out a Terminator model? No, he cannot. Terminators get away. No weapon upgrade for these guys yet, by the way. Is he going into base? What is he up to? Get this guy out of there, surely. Oh, he's bashing power with the tank. Has quite a lot of resources, Tex. Is he saving for his own Terminators? Can get them in 11 red. No, he's going for another Chaos Predator. Would have been really cool to see Chaos Terminators. But we're going for the Chaos Predator. Surely Markov Zinch with Terminators and that Dreadnought still there. Dreadnought is slowly being repaired, and Tex is going to get the triple cap. These triple bloodletters causing all sorts of problems for Cammy. I mean, what can you do? You can't suppress those guys. Very difficult to control them with Space Marines. Librarian Force Barrier maybe. Would also allow his Devastators extra mobility and his Terminators extra mobility. But no sign of him. He has a lot of power, Cammy. This guy needs repairs. Heretics are the repair unit for Chaos, and here they come to do so. Level 2 Heretics. Has the Chaos Lord leveled? He must have. Yes, he's level 2. Here's the second Chaos Predator. What are we going to see on this guy? Nothing yet. He doesn't have the rec to purchase a mark. 2 to 1. Double, I should say. There's the 2 to 1. Wow, I thought Cammy was in control. I guess not. Lost one of his scout squads to those bloodletters, of course, and here is a whirlwind. Now that's an idea to control triple bloodletters. A risky one, but that might work if you can keep it the heck away from the bloodletters. And if Tex blobs them up, he surely is not expecting this whirlwind. 98 173. The whirlwind is an artillery unit that disrupts from long range. Not a huge amount of damage, or rather unpredictable damage and unpredictable disruption as well, really. Mostly seen in team games where it can be very effective, but we'll see how it does here against the triple bloodletters. It might just die immediately to tank fire. He's gone double Mark of Khorne tanks, and if bloodletters teleport on rear armor, because this guy only has 400 hit points and it's not the quickest vehicle, and a big push from Tex. Chaos Lord instantly forced to retreat. Bloodletters in amongst. There's the shotgun blast. Good discipline from Cammy to get that shotgun blast off. And here's the whirlwind doing its thing. Look at it go. Dreadnought going ballistic in between them, and forces off the triple bloodletters. And down goes a tank. Good engagement for Cammy. Would he have forced them off without that whirlwind getting that big disruption there? He might have, because of this Dreadnought, which now has the Dark Age of technology. And that might be a game-winning engagement for Cammy. Took out one of the tanks. Tex now has a whole new thing to deal with here. And this guy can use the Hunter Killer Missile. Did he already use it? Must have already used it. Vengeance rounds doing their thing. Force Commander going to keep this just away from his stuff, and he's going to get a 2 to 1 Cammy. Still floating power like crazy. Have we seen a power bash in the game? I don't think we have. We've seen some attempts, but I don't think we've seen a single generator go down. This is what happens when you see that. Tons of good fancy tier 3 stuff. Dreadnought being repaired. 1620 hit points at level 2 of Dark Age of technology. That's not going to be easy to shift. Chaos Lord level 2. Heretics on repair duty. What is Tex going to do? Is he going to try and split Cammy here? Try and flank around, get some annoying decaps, keep him moving, hope he makes a mistake, which I think is the only way Tex is going to win here. 56 148. Cammy needs to screw something up. Never know. Tex does have a good amount of resources, and he's got a VP lead who could try and stall here and get something big, fat and juicy like a Great and Clean one, or even a Phobos. Might do. Oh, maybe not. He's got Missile Launcher Heretics. Missile Launcher Heretics, Missile Launcher Tactical Marines. And that Power Fist as well would ruin a Phobos. 56 130. Should have got some Terminators of his own, I think, personally, instead of that second Predator tank. Lightning Core Terminators just to scare the crap out of all of the infantry, basically. 56 119. Force Commander fighting Heretics now. The aspiring champion will die last, so as you can see he is taking power fist shots to the jaw there and living, because the heretics were dying instead. 56, 110. Chaos Lord with his triple bloodletter retinue. This looks pretty awesome. Here comes the Dreadnought though to counter initiate. There's the teleport in behind the Terminators there. They do have a teleport of their own. Nice grenade from Cammy. Really good discipline with his scouts late game. Double cap. Bloodletters get wrecked and are forced off. Nicely done. And another Chaos Predator for Tex. There's that Hunter Killer Missile and a missile attack hit. Can he finish this guy off? He's chasing. Triple cap for Cammy. And it lives. He only has a single Heretic squad to try and repair these guys. Pretty sure it's all over for Tex, but a valiant effort. I thought it was out of it way earlier, but those triple bloodletters did some real work for him. And a whirlwind to deal with those. 56-30, triple cap Tex fighting until the end. Here come those triple bloodletters again. Have they leveled? We have a level 2, and a level 1. Chaos Lord, did he take a direct hit from a missile launcher there? Final engagement then. Bloodletters going ballistic in amongst Space Marine lines, but there is the game with the triple cap at the end, I think it was. Awesome stuff. Great 1v1, some interesting builds. Hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you next time.